Good evening, esteemed professionals. It's wonderful to see all of you. It's been a little bit. I appreciate your patience with the missed comfy stream this morning, but we're back tonight with some more Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to be continuing the Realm Reborn New Game Plus storyline, which I am excited for now that we are out of this Sylph arc. It's going to be great. Hello, Yggdrasil. Wonderful to see you. I hope that you've been having a good one so far. Yeah, as always, if you're in the Discord, feel free to come along for Dungeons and Trials. And as always, chat will be picking the roles that I take into each of those. If y'all want to force me to heal all night, that is your prerogative. There's a couple dungeons coming up, so we'll take them as they come. Without further ado, let's get swapped over to the game screen. If the game screen wants to load for me. Okay, there we go. Maybe. It's thinking about it. Please. There we go. I hope that y'all have been having a good week so far. You're almost to the weekend. Congratulations. You've done it, and I am so proud of all of you. We have not really moved from where we ended last time, which puts us in prime position to start the next bit of the main story. Hello, Lena. Wonderful to see you. Hope you've had a good one so far. Welcome, welcome. So last time we did our first 3 introductory dungeons. We got through all of the Ifrit storyline. We also did all of the Sylph storyline, which I was not expecting. I was kind of thinking Chapter 2 was going to be done shortly after Ifrit, but no. It took us all the way through the Sylph stuff as well, so that was unexpected, and it lasted a little longer than I thought it was going to, so we'll see how it goes this time. You've been knee-deep in Theatrhythm? Look, that's valid. We're gonna desynth all this stuff that we got from dungeons last time, just because I could do without it all cluttering my inventory, so we've got an ad starting in about a minute anyway, so we're gonna use that as time to sort of clean stuff up. Yes, Moomin. Yeah, we gotta get rid of all this garbage. We have been joined by Moomin. We'll see how long he stays around with us. Probably better than seals at that low level. That's my thought. Yeah, this is gonna be paltry amount of seals, and at the very least we can get the chance of decent experience, though it's not gonna happen. You heard his little meow? Yeah, he's right by the desk. He's down here by me. Hey, buddy. He's still deciding if he wants to come and hang out or not, but the option is there for him if he wants it. Okay, ad is starting soon, and we're almost done with all this stuff, so we're gonna go throw it at a vendor and call that good. And by the time we get down back into the Waking Sands, then the ad should be done, so that'll be good. Also, going by the chapters, after this we will be halfway done with all of the Realm Reborn storyline, which is exciting. So if I'm remembering right, New Game Plus just, splits it into 6 chapters. So this is going to be our halfway point after we're done with this. Man, y'all remember crafting tomes? Okay. You all go. Okay, now we're ready to start the next chapter of New Game Plus. So, let's get that started, shall we? Part 3. The adventurer's victory over Ifrit, the Lord of the Inferno, prompts comparisons to be made to the fabled Warrior of Light. Yet even as the feat draws the admiration of the masses, so too does it draw the ire of the shadowy Asians. To what end these masked individuals' scheme remains to be seen. The search for answers, beginning with the one named La Habrea. Those were evil days, back when you cared about crafting. Hey, remember when we had individual different kinds of glamour prisms for every kind of equipment? And they had levels? Hey, Tataru's back. Good day, Dragonfruit. I trust your investigation is faring well. Honestly, it is no wonder that I fell off Realm Reborn as hard as I did in 2013, but screw that, you remember not being able to glam? There have been a lot of quality of life changes through the lifespan of this game, and a lot of it has been for the better. Oh, we forgot our friend. There's our little guy. And let's also bring out our kitty cat. What do you mean unable to summon minion here? Minfilia? Are cats not allowed in the Waking Sands? Shadow of Darkness. Minfilia would have you investigate the mysterious La Habrea. I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary, Dragonfruit. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Asian known as La Habrea. Game says no Kbiti, but why no Kbiti? Kbiti very important. This is an ideal moment to do so while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Asians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Dragonfruit. Game audio seems super quiet, at least for now. Let's try that. It is pretty quiet in here. But if I need to bump it up, I totally can. I think the Waking Sands is just, like, kind of quiet in general. We'll see when we hit Ul'dah, because the zone music there will not be quiet. Okay, how's that doing? That's probably fine. Yeah, that may be it. Okay. More than fine. A tad down now. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. There we go. Didn't remember it being that quiet. Yeah, the Waking Sands is chill. It's very soft. The Masked Man. Ah, you are come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, as we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there's been a sighting of this rogue near about Eastern Phanelin. A brass blade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horn of Kikirn. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folk are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow's always starved for customers, and he'd no doubt welcome your attention, whether or not you have coin or the mind to spend it. Alrighty. To Eastern Thanolin. Already spent a little bit of time here during the Ifrit quests, so we are familiar with the area. Alrighty, Mount Roulette, what do you got for me today? You know, we take that. Love the giant dandelion. And my poor cloth physics are very unhappy about it. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hihibaru, can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say so? Such an individual might have featured in one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? Highbridge Times. Hihibaru wants to help you find La Habrea. Maybe. When the Order of Naldthal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to the nigh endless Beastman raids, folk are too afraid to come within a malm of here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares? Spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant. The masked man? I'll take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go and ask the other merchants. Well, that was helpful. I think I will go and ask the other merchants. I have heard tell of the Masked Devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Thanolin too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. It's bedtime. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Kikiran raids. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. On the trail of a masked man? Aye, I've heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It's said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious, and that's about all I can say, little though it is. Well, that was useful. Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier, it's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Kikiran raids are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. Where there's smoke. I finally got some honest-to-God's information on your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own two eyes. I was out for an evening stroll, minding my own business, when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over at Thal's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man. Your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in answer, some Kikiran appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So, what do you think? That's some sound reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? It is very Realm Reborn quest design that, like, they had us helping out Kikirn a couple quests ago, and now it's just like, oh, by the way, maybe just go kill them instead? Oh boy, combat. Who are we going to delete off the face of Eorzea today? A red-hot piece of carbonized wood that, when placed on wet wood or leaves, will create a billowing tower of smoke that can be seen from Alms. Oh, Corpse Brigade. Bye! So that worked. Naughty Aura gets scruffed by the Magitech Claw. Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? I found this pile of ash. Ward of the Destroyer. A paper ward inscribed with a prayer to the patron deity of El Amigo, Relgar. Surely only good things. This scroll. It bears a prayer to Relgar the Destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, Relgar is the guardian deity of El Amigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your assailant was El Amigan. It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That self-same merchant also senses danger ahead, and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? On to Little Alamigo. The Alamigan bandit you had a run-in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head toward Little Alamigo over in southern Thanalan. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favored destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The heart of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wastelands they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much a help she will be, but it just so happens I have a daughter who has, relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Hihira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I suppose this is it, then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while, call some fiends, spend some coin, what have you, but something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. We teleporting. Also, what a bad faith read on this refugee camp by a shitty merchant. Shocking. Hmm? Why, yes, Hihibaru's my father. He said what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that... Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't bother you with family matters. But I am grateful to you for delivering the message. And now then, what brings you here? A masked man. I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the others here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak with Gundabald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Yeah, this whole arc is certainly written with contempt. It really is. There's a lot of issues with so much of the Alamigan stuff, especially this early on. And, like, this arc is a perfect representation of it, unfortunately. Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here. Begone. Well, that's it. That's the game. Thanks for joining us for Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. The main story quest ends there. T for 3. Gisilbert would like to aid in your manhunt. Well met, adventurer. I'm Gisilbert, head of security here at Little Alamigo. I heard tell that you had business with Gundabald. Knowing the bristly old bear, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men and I can get so much as a word of thanks out of them despite watching the place day and night. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man when I can, and you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what's brought you here, it might be as I can lend a hand. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on lookout for a Malja to the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they're like to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet thanalan tea so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you what they know. Oh hell yeah, more food delivery, baby! That's what 2.0 is all about. Who the hells are you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. A piping hot infusion of freshly picked young thanalan tea leaves mixed with rich alt-goat cream and a generous spoonful of golden cactuar flower honey. That sounds real good right now, not gonna lie. Well, ain't you considerate? My thanks, friend. What's that? A masked villain? Hiding among the refugees, like as not. The compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. 'Tis near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. But, buddy... More of the immortal flames just continuing to be shitheads. What do you got for us, Angry River? You there, are you in a Malja? No? Then carry on. Did this man just commit a microaggression against my lizard girl? Ah, this sophisticated aroma. It's been forever since I had a drop of sweet thanalan. I'm going to enjoy this. What? A masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark scaly skin, stands 10 fulms tall, and has the face of a lizard, then I don't give a mummer's fart. Thanks. Shoo, shoo, don't bother me. If the Amalja overrun us, I'm blaming you. I got drinky for you. For me, you shouldn't have. Sorry, a suspicious masked man? As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't quite make out whether it was a man or not, what with the mask and the robe, but assuming it was a he was talking with some Alamegans. I assumed he was one of them. Normal things. Certainly this will only go well for the refugees. Ah, you're back. So, did my lookouts have aught to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. If you're to get any further in your investigation, it seems to me you'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. Foot in the door. So you're determined to press on with your investigation? Then I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't get far without the Alamegans' trust, and the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. coin does the talking in Ul'dah, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible. A common purpose. That purpose, of course, is the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundabald belongs to the Alamegan resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. Oh boy, back to the Waking Sands! It's fine, we get a lot of Thanolin in this arc. And then we get to peace out to some other regions while we do other things. What's up, Thancred? Ah, dragon fruit. Pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present I am pondering how best to proceed. You don't want to go hang out with everyone else in the well-populated other rooms of the Waking Sands? Welcome back, Dragonfruit. How fares the investigation? I see. Given all that they had suffered, it is of little wonder the Alamegan refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. They've had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who were displaced. As a result, a great many Alamegans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more could be done to ease their hardships. I fear that nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Meeting with the Resistance. Your Alamegan comrade is named Haribert. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards that endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. Minfilia. Not to be ungrateful, but like, I feel like maybe there's another Alamegan you can introduce us to that we've already been working with? If I recall correctly, Haribert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. I don't think that's spoilers at this point, is it? Like, we know the character in question is Alamegan. The one that I'm thinking of. Yes? Hey Ida, what you up to? Naraxia and I both wear a mask. We're going to get along famously, I just know it. If it isn't Dragonfruit Gelato, the Scion's rising star, is there aught I can do for you? You wish to win the trust of the people of Little Alamico? That is a daunting task, my friend, even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamegan Resistance, you see, but I left in favor of joining the Scions. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains ever the same, the liberation of Alamico. Yet whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the Resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albreda, and she's a resident of Quarry Mill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. Damn, we going all over the place. Also, Arnvald is right there. Isn't he Alamegan? Hey, you want me to introduce you to the Resistance? Why the hell should I do that? Give me just one reason. Haribert sent you. Ah, that worthless Horson. He abandons his comrades, his woman, and now he has the gall to ask me for a favor? Simply incredible. I mean... I realize Haribert was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man, and if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see that bloke there? That's Mefre, the captain of the Resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. Hi, Mefred. Killing him softly. Hi, I'm Mefred, a proud man of the Alamegan Resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? Captain, it's Galleon, sir. His wound's gone and festered. And he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. I mean, Arnvald's history with Alamigo ain't good. Fair, yeah. God damn it. I asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Galleon dies, his blood is on their hands. These quarry mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Albreda. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventurer, go to her and try. Also ad starting in about a minute, chat. One of Mefred's in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help. I do. They're my countrymen after all, but that'd mean going against the elemental's will. I've been at Quarry Mill long enough to know how right terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident hearer. If you take the matter to her, might be she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. Again, the elementals just suck. You wish to aid the Alamecans. You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, be they babes at the breast or men grown, are judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamegans' petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Ugh. That's how it's to be, then. The bloody hero might as well kill Galleon herself. Spit on the elementals and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the Resistance is free of this place. I'm with you, pal. Helping Horn. I led my men to Quarry Mill hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell's Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd be forever in your debt. Let's do it. Give me your horn, and yours, and yours. Okay, we need to find 1 more antelope. Give. None of that, actually. Thank you. Hello, Moomin. Are you coming to join us, or are you just... He's just scoping stuff out. That's okay. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got 4 horns with you. This particular specimen is almost twice as long as a normal horn. How it grew to this size in a single season is baffling. You're a godsend, adventurer. Praise Bralger, there's at least one woman in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscaron, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he's like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him to have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Faramond here. Godspeed. Can do. Let me just take my golden mech over to the inn. Hey buddy, we're back, and we're not looking for sylphs this time. Ah, dragon fruit, ever a sight for sore eyes. How fares the adventuring? Rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt. You've got something to show me? Can you make this powder? Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to make a medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I am no stranger to the remedy. An Alamegan friend once used to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamegan soldier in Quarry Mill. So it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as needs it. Oh, and don't worry your little head off about the payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. Well, it's our little friend. I worked very hard to get this little friend. I love her. Love this animal. The rat. It is well to see you returned. Have you the medicine for our brother? Herbal ointment. If one is to believe Buscaron, the sour-smelling paste from Alamico will stop a wound from festering. The rat. Yeah, she's a good friend. You know, when she's not destroying our party on day 1 of Criterion Dungeons. Gods bless you, adventurer. I'll see that Galleon receives treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him, trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. He ain't heavy. Mefford needs your help to find a missing comrade. Adventurer, Galleon has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's like to deteriorate to where it was before, or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking Albreda. Might be as the woman's seen something. Ah, finally. It's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Quarry Mill some time ago, and he left me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. That is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me, just find your way safely to the little Alamigo. Ah, blast it. Would that I'd known what he was thinking, I'd have stopped this folly myself. The love Galleon bears for his brothers is so strong he's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. Oh, good. Okay. What do you want us to do about it, Mefford? Out in the wilds alone? That great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the wood for Galleon. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. Galleon, where you at, buddy? Oh, you don't want to go over there. That way leads to Odin. That's a bad cave. Watch out, a goblin. You were saying? Galleon. Captain. But why? You should all be on your way. What do you take us for? We're Alamegans, and Alamegans never forsake one another, hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, gods damn it? The oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on Alamegan soil again, together or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. Things to say to your friend. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I'll see you back at Quarry Mill. Okay, back to Quarry Mill. Galleon's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask of me anything and it's yours, so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the people of Little Alamigo. That's all. Far be it from me to question your desires, of course. Very well. I will provide you with a letter to show to Gundobald. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I have no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Alrighty, back to Little Alamigo. Also, we're already at level 27 in the MSQ, which is not terrible considering it takes us to level 50? It does mean we're pretty much at the halfway point for, like, pre-patch content, at least. We're getting there. Hello, I have a letter. Why have you returned? You are not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. A quickly drawn-up letter addressed to one Gundobald. Mefrid's recommendation. You spoke with Mefrid. It's been so long since I heard from him, I had feared him dead. 12 be praised. Whoever you are, Mefrid sees you as a friend, and any friend of Mefrid is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek, and will tell you what I can. The bear in the Youngun's cares. An outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been appearing near Little Alamigo of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their trysts, but they are not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obliged to talk. A masked man? No idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. Gundobald sent you. Listen, I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man and... Oh, you don't know anything about this? Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me to not think I'm in for it. Curly, elaborate. What are your friends up to? What? Have I been meeting any masked men lately? Let's see. Nope, can't say I have, but I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for him. About you, Talbot? There's a bunch been skulking about right suspicious like, but I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and that there's trouble, mark me words. Okay, so we got one decent source of information. We take that. So, you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them. I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, that same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Alamico. Naught would do but to depose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we'd been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Alamico had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. Sup, Remfing? Wilrid wants you. Hey, adventurer. You done talking with the old bear? I've got a message for you from Wilrid. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundabald and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. Surely this will go fine. Especially considering he wants us to meet, like, way out of camp. Hi, bud. Thanks for coming, friend. 'Tis no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you, to discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you, or someone else? Curl got your tongue? No matter. Whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. Get her! No, and no. I won't let you foil our plan. Hey, what was that for, buddy? You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it we'll reclaim our homeland. Well... yeah, Moomin. I know. They're about to make some very poor choices. I'm just thinking of the through line with, like, this storyline leading up to the Heaven's Ward Post quests, and it just kind of sucks what happens here. Attacked by Willard and his cronies. That they would go to such lengths for the sake of this plan of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others. If not themselves, we must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. Big trouble in Little Alamigo. Hi, Moomin. Gundabald needs your help to rein in the young ones of Little Alamigo. Come here, bud. You can hang out on my lap and just chill, okay? Or you can go away, either way. Wilrid mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundabald, Bertiliana, God's preserve, what happened? I was out foraging when the Corpse Brigade came. They took me to their hideout and they... The whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling on to hope. Is it wrong to dream of home? Is it wrong to call ourselves Elamigan? Do not heap such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Forgot they used that name in A Realm Reborn too? Yup. Wilrid. He saw me outside. He was so angry. That was a tactics thing. Weird that they put it in here. Yeah. The like handful of references that they throw in Realm Reborn are interesting in the choice. I must tend to Bertliana. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear that they may do something rash. I mean, I'm gonna support them with whatever rash action they take right now, as long as it doesn't involve listening to the shitty masked man. Map of Zonrock. Alright, kids, what are y'all up to? Better not be any nonsense. Wilrid, what you up to, buddy? O mighty Ralger, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of your people. Here to interfere again? Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for their crimes, and no one will dare to oppress us ever again. That seems incorrect and also bad, buddy. What you gonna do with those crystals? If this plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for the better. Might be as Gundabald's content to eke out an existence in this musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now where in the Seven Hells did I put that bloody map? Can I help you, riled lass? What those animals did to Bertliana is unforgivable, and to think they looked down on us. Well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Wilrid to the bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few lizards. And a hunting knife. Okay, Gundabald, we found some stuff. They're definitely gonna retaliate. Gone, the whole lot of them? Then it is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is it that they mean to do? Countless years of use have seen the blade dulled and nicked, and the haft worn smooth. A detailed map of the Amalja stronghold in southern Thanalin. What's this? A hunting knife and a map of Zonrock? Wait. You said Wilrid spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to... By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded all. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amalja are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yalms of the crystals. They're headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's too late. I think it's quest battle time soon? If I'm remembering the flow of A Realm Reborn correctly. Welcome to Southern Thanalin. I spent way too much time here doing Amalja tribe quests. Yep, quest battle time. Hey, Wilrid, you're making some bad decisions, friend. Take a quick drink of water, 1 second. Hey, Bullman, can you chill, buddy? There we go. Hey, kitty cat. You can hang out here, but you gotta behave. Sorry, my son is being rambunctious. Now I'm gonna drink some water. Wilrid, did no others survive? Stinky boy hours. He do be a little bit stinky. A little bit. You being stinky? This is all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We were going to reclaim our homeland. We were... Pull yourself together, lad. We were going to make an offering of crystals to Rhalgr, to summon him just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zanrak and make off with the Lizardmen's cash, but they caught us and... So many dead. Gods forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your souls. Oh, good. I regret our young one's transgressions, but a soul is too high a price for youthful folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the Alamegan people. This hope I will guard with my life. Oh, so, okay. Well, thought we were gonna try talking, but I guess not. I'm like, fair, but... Get out of here. I do like that we finally have AoE options. It's helpful. And instant cast stuff, which is like the bread and butter of Summoner at this point. None of that, please. There we go. We did it. Quest battle cleared, y'all. Your skill at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youths could learn much from a woman like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Alamigo. But wait. We've come all this way. We have to get the crystals. They're right there, ripe for the picking. Have you learned nothing, Wilrid? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate of those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about... The masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Rhalgr. He swore. Enough. I will hear the rest of this sorry tale back in Little Alamigo. I dare say Dragonfruit will wish to hear it as well. Wilrid's in trouble. And that's why you don't raid a sovereign nation and try to steal from them, so that you can summon a god of destruction. Universally applicable morals here. No more lies, Wilrid. Tell us everything. True fact. Yep. You got it. I was outside with the others when he appeared. The masked stranger. He told us about summoning Rhalgr, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe that we could raise ourselves from this squalor that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known. There's no solution. Nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wilrid. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Alamigo lives on within us all. It is for you to decide what to make of this legacy. But whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer. An outsider. I won't, I promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. Okay, thanks. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little Alamigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you will always be welcome here. Back to square one. Would that we had more information to offer, but what Wilrid told you is the extent of our knowledge of the masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you'll find and put a swift end to the creature, for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. Back to the Waking Sands. That is not where I want to teleport to. That's where I want to teleport to. No, not the giant bird. We'll take the T-Rex, that one's fine. Also ad starting in about a minute, chat. I am very glad that for new players they just give them Aetheryte tickets to let them warp directly to the Waking Sands. We unfortunately do not get that luxury, but at least it's there for new players. Also, we might be getting a dungeon coming up soon. Welcome back, Dragonfruit. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill in Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say? Precisely the kind of deception the Ascians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by a malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Minfilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Tataru right, though. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. Terror at Fallgourd. Minfilia has another lead for you to pursue. While you were tending to business in Thanalan, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habrea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the selfsame area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up La Habrea's trail once more. Neuraxia could furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Dragonfruit. Here I was thinking we were done with self-dialogue, but at least this portion should be much shorter. This one is not a fan of the dialogue. Walking One is to investigate the Sinister One. Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a walking one in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a digging one named Midraud had an encounter with a scary masked one. This masked one is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Midraud. Digging One is to be found at Falgord Float in the North Shroud. Yeah, we've got Hawk Manor coming up in a couple quests, I think. So that's exciting. I forgot that I had this mount, honestly. Not me completely forgetting that I soloed A12 at one point. It never comes up in my roulette, is the thing. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I look death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Midraud is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm for long enough to hold a conversation. That's okay, buddy. See how I'm emoting at you that it's okay? You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true, but that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman. One glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instant, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. Buddy? That's not how that works. What? You're investigating this same masked man. If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure we won't have to suffer Midraud's hysteria ever again. Wow, how nice of you guys. Alright, teamwork. That's what I wanted to... Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay her for comforting me. What do you got for us, Ideen? So when do we get a cool pipe emote? Damn. This is so ridiculous. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures, and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths. Can do. Except the Ziz are all weirdly spaced out through this zone. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's 3. Really? I mean, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought, buddy. Okay, back to Falgord. You've already seen to this is? Good work, adventurer. So, were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? No. Nothing. Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. Rock of Rancor. Ideen has further knowledge of the mysterious deaths. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, eh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm gonna give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Oh, interesting. I guess we cannot accept both at the same time. Okay. Well. At least this will go quick. First 13 cleared? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, it's a little weird. Anyway. Gather the lightning aspected crystals. It takes so long to pick this rock up off the ground. Okay, crystals got. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name. But what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Lightning aspected crystal. Bigger than a shard, but not quite large enough to be a cluster. The energies emitted by this crystal lightly tingle the hand of any who touch it. Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. Seeing eye to winged eye. There is something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself lest I worsen Madraw's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Madraw's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with the giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Oh boy. It's void scent time, baby. We got a little of it, like, right at the start of our Ul'dah quests, and we haven't seen a ton since then. Hello, I'm here for the weird eyeball. My beautiful son, Ruby Carbuncle. He would like to see the strange eyeball, please. That is a Bane Mite. That's not a winged eye. Now my carbuncle is sad. A monstrous Banemite appeared, and you slew it. That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Falgord. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw? Or merely a trick of light combined with blind panic? Power of deduction. Midraud is troubled by the dearth of new developments in the murder investigation. Interesting quest portrait there, friend. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I have been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a Banemite. Yeah, Moomin. But you and I were malms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend had a run-in with a Banemite at the very spot you claimed to see that eyeball. Is that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Oh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be... Gods, of course. There must be more than one of the buggers. Ugh, it's so obvious. But then that means... Since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet uncovered. Great. I do believe we're out of our depth. We have to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. We'll be fine. Search for a maiden's corpse. Great. Also, hello, giant piece of Dalamud. Mangled corpse. Great. Great and good. No. No floating eye, thank you. Well. We sure found the thing that we were hoping to maybe not find. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? Ravaged corpse. The body of this poor soul has been defiled in more ways than one. Thanks, Realm Reborn. Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the Central Shroud. While the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any, sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women, All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of... This button, engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil? Or that of an organization, perhaps? Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Secret of the White Lily. Aethelmare wants you to hold on to the button. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mion. Mayhap someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Alrighty. Back to Gridania, friends. I'm gonna get some water real quick. I know where I'm going, I promise. Hi, Mion. Good evening to you, Dragonfruit. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Lily button. A lily sigil is carved into this tiny ivory button. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body! Lovely! Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way. By asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetheryte Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Yeah, Moomin. We gotta go do some field work. Yeah. What do you think, pal? And by that I mean, don't go mess with those things, please. You can stay here. He's so upset that I'm not letting him knock things off my desk. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Senguled over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a four-name basis. Hi, can you tell us who this belongs to? Bernadette believes that I can help you? Oh, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there's been a man who's perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursandel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Hey, a lead! We're gonna find only good things. Hi, Ursandal. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. Hey, do you know this? The sigil of the Dartoncourt family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman. Her face. Was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Yeah? What's up, buddy? Skeletons in her closet. Ursandel has a confession to make regarding the mysterious murderers. I was once a manservant. Maidservant? I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Dartoncourt. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience, until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawk Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. Well shit, y'all know what time it is. Let me make a poll real quick. Okay, roll for Hawk Manor. Again, those are going to be tank, healer, or DPS. Okay. It's time for a dungeon. Just gonna warp to Bent Branch and go west from there. Also, I should probably say, if we receive no votes, then I'm just gonna go on as DPS and do it through duty support. Here's the manor. Looks fine, looks normal. The floating eyes are very good. Manor Gate. Hi, can we come in? Hawk Manor now accessible. New regular duty has been added to the duty finder and duty support. Alrighty. Right now we got 1 vote for DPS. So just in the interest of queue times, I'm probably going to do it through duty support. Got like 10 seconds left on that poll. Always forget how damn metal the Hawk Manor story is. And it comes out of left field. Like, it's a very brief diversion into weird horror stuff, and then the rest of Realm Reborn happens. Okay, we're gonna go in with a party of NPCs. We'll love our nameless friends. Let's do it. Honestly, it'll be cool to see duty support in a Realm Reborn. Yeah, I haven't done any of it yet, so... God, I love this dungeon so much. It's real good. We Haunted Mansion now, y'all. Oh, ad starting in about a minute, chat, but that's fine. We'll just have trash packs to deal with, so... Oh, and we get the good track, too. Alrighty. Find the green key. Okay. Do my party members know to interrupt the stuns? Doesn't really matter, because it's dead anyway, but... Nope. They're not going to interrupt Dark Mist. They will run out of it, though. It is nice that they at least gave them, like, party dialogue. Oh, we have AoE skills, plus... Not that our party members use them, but still nice to have them. Also, damn, this Marauder's actually better than, like, some Trust tanks in terms of getting threat. Okay. Still no energy drain, unfortunately. Or, Pain Flare. Pain Flare and Energy Siphon, that's the ones that I'm thinking of. Those we do not get until higher levels, but... At least our toolkit is a little bigger, so we're not just, like, waiting around spamming Ruin between things. Okay. through the locked door. Like, we have a couple GCDs of Ruin, but it's not nearly as bad as it was at lower levels. And for that I am very grateful. Oh, tank, please. Tank, I'm begging you. Thank you. Where is this man taking that back? Feels like maybe he is actually using AoE skills? Can't super tell. Oh boy, Manor Sentry. I do remember they also reworked the final boss of this dungeon too. I don't remember exactly what it is they changed, but I know that one of the mechanics is less horrifying now in terms of managing it. No, don't hit me, hit the tank, please. Thank you. That. Very rude, actually. Okay, yeah. So it's only 3 ruins in the rotation, and that's manageable. DPS does leave a little bit to be desired, especially since our healer is out threading our Thaumaturge. Okay, green key got. Now we're going into the basement. I love that they... So a very popular skip for this dungeon was just to drop down. And they removed all of the enemies on the staircase just to make that, like, the way that you go. I don't even think we need a second key, but it's been long enough that I genuinely forget whether we need one or not. I know we need one to get to the yellow key. Hello, Fauna. Wonderful to see you, friend. Hope your evening is going well. How are the Final Fantasies? They are going well. We are in one of the story dungeons for right now. We're investigating a series of grisly murders that have led to this haunted mansion. So it's going well. Avoiding the sleeps? Hell yeah. We're like about halfway through this dungeon, so making pretty good progress. It is not my off week. I am just doing a gorilla stream because I missed a cozy stream this morning, and I still wanted to do something, so we here now. Sense. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think the door that we want to unlock is this one? Yep, there's the yellow key. Thank you, friends. Always, I love my carbuncle just vibing off to the side. Just having a grand old time. Absolutely unbothered by combat. Okay, I'm gonna save all my summons for the boss because that's literally the next thing that we're doing. Hello, Carnation Door. Alrighty. Get his ass. We're gonna save energy drain for either charge, just because... Actually, does it even increase the potency of Fester? Totally doesn't. So this is the second to last boss. After we finish these ones off, we will have, like, just a little more of the dungeon left, and then we will be at the last boss. A very chill vampire baroness. don't know why my party members are not focusing down the Jester, but fine. Gotta do everything myself. Okay, that's one down. We're still very much in the early dungeons, so it's pretty simplistic mechanics-wise, but at least a little more involved than the dungeons we were running last time. Okay, now we can access the upper floors of the mansion. Read from the bloody parchment. Yes. Hello, Manor Sentry. I think we only have to take him down to 50. Then he opens up the door for us. Yep. Where are you going, bud? Alright, let's do it. It's Lady Amandine time. Let's go. Hi, girly. Okay, let's do it. Lady Amandine. Scary lady. She's fine. She just does a little bit of a murder sometimes. Okay, move away from the center of the room. Pro straps. Women should get a little murder as a treat. You are correct. Oh, no, no stone scan, thank you. Get that nonsense out of here. Who do you avoid calling now? Oh, right. That's what they changed. Really? More void call? Aren't you sick of summoning Void Sun? Oh god. Nearly got clipped by that because I went for the limit break and I should not have. But we're fine. Guess you just cycle through them? Oh no, I guess not. She just does the mist every time. There we go. Hey, we did it. Beautiful. I love how all the duty support party members are in, like, Realm Reborn leveling clown suits, and then I just have my full tailored armor. Hard House D'Arriendre? D'Arriendre. That's a mouthful. Okay, we solved the murders. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Sup, nerds? It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Hydaelyn chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of you, the measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Okay. Jerks. Fare you well, bringer of light. Okay. Reporting back to Ursandel, so back to Gridania. And closest is still the Lancers Guild. Anyway. Okay, time to go tell that old man we killed his former mistress. Hi, bud. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. Hey, so we killed her? So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore. Through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am in abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Okay, that was our brief diversion into a weird horror storyline, and now it's back to Minfilia. And if I'm thinking right, we might be starting up our next Primal arc soon. This mount is so goofy. Love it. Very strong. Okay, Thancred, are you still having a depression sit out here? Yep. It's the same exact dialogue as last time. My man's is in a rut. Hi, Minfilia. We solved the murder. Welcome back, Dragonfruit. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the Twelves Wood? Two of La Habrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then. The Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Is it Titan time? Wrath of the Titan, yup. Oh, please be a voiced cutscene.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
I get to take a break from reading dialogue.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
That's fine. We can deal with primals.
Our task will be to slay the primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
Little ears. Yeah, she do be a cat girl.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes.
Big fan of
the
Y'shtola.
kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst.
There should be more cat girls. Oh, there will be plenty of cat girls, don't worry.
The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
I'll be fine.
So you will accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
Oh, let's
I never
go.
thought it in question.
Hell yeah. It's
Ever
adventuring with
reliable.
Y'shtola time.
Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all Not-a-Field will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the sailor's ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Okay, time to see how much they actually cut down from this quest line, because prior to the adjustments to the main story, this was a very, very long quest line. It was meandering and it kind of went nowhere. So we'll see what they've done to fix that. Also, ads starting in about a minute, chat. Okay. To Maelstrom Command, and I think we're literally going to talk to another cat girl. If Rasahad Riki is the name that I'm thinking it is. Yep. Cat girl in a funny hat. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we were told to expect? Forgive me, madam. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogamoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals. Fodder for their fell primal. Hey, it's Merlewib! She is so tall. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word has spread of your accomplishments, Dragonfruit. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Dragonfruit personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was to the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right. Yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands, and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lominsans who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Get 'em, Stola. Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Lominsa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help, Dragonfruit? You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe. And I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The Company of Heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenosha. Hey, hello, Abso. Thank you so much for the head pats redeem. Much appreciated. Kato, indeed. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Okay. Oh god, the only aetheryte in Lower Lenosha is all the way down there, so we're gonna take the gate aetheryte. And that should be fine. Anyway, hope that you're having a good night so far, Abso. Wonderful to see ya. Lower Lenosha is where we want? Yes, yes it is. Keep getting up at this time because you don't know, hungry, thirsty. That's valid. Hey, finally a zone that's not in Thanolin. When I very first started playing Final Fantasy XIV, way back 10 years ago, this was the region that I started out in. Hey, Stola! The Company of Heroes is the most celebrated mercenary band in the history of Eorzea. Even so, I must admit I have never before met one of their members face to face. I imagined that a warrior who had toppled both Titan and Leviathan would seek to bask in a lifetime of fame and glory, yet he seems to have settled in a place distinctly bereft of adoring crowds. Hi, buddy. Lay down your burden, son, come drain a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time, find ye a lass or three. You gonna say something, Venture, or just keep staring? Hey? You wanna know about the Company of Heroes? Ah, hells. Price of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more. That is an outfit, my friend. Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Taktum was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Hey, how'd you kill Titan? Tales from the Titus Slayer. So, you want to hear tale of how the Company of Heroes bested a primal, do you? Let me guess. You mean that bastard Titus, aye? Oh, if you'd only been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit you, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Just like that. Wait, what's that look for? I'm a goddamned hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill south of here? Aye, do that, then we'll talk. Uh-huh. You know, it would help if you got the name of the primal right. Okay, time to eliminate some rats. No more rats. Rats all gone. Really? Rat King? No. Cease. Hey, we did your chores for you. Hey? So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venturer. Saved me the hassle of... never mind. Hungry, hungry gooboos. What? Still asking how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venturer. It was a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do. But unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you need to be capable of slaying, say, a Goobu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road. Why don't you try heading due west and stand in lookout in case a Goobu comes calling? Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. Okay. We certainly are surveying. Hi, bye. Hey, we did your chores again. Hey, you again. Then that Goobo that was harassing the Millers is dead. Didn't think you had it in you, Venturer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. The Laminson way. Tlactum remains unconvinced of your readiness to defeat the dread primal Titus. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew, Tlactum, you in here drinking again? If you are, that Goobo would better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleave the beast's skull in two with me trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Tlactum who slew that Goobu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tlactum, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Well, see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagan shite I've ever heard. Both of you outside. We'll learn the truth the Laminson way. Tlactum, if you didn't slay that Goobu, you may consider your contract revoked. Good job, buddy. Speak with the Miller. Oh boy, quest battle time. Destroy the large boulder. Alright, you know the rules. First one to smash their boulder will be judged the Goobu Slayer. And don't even think about trying to kill me. That's cheating. Who picked these boulders? They're nothing alike. Ah, the hell's with it. Let the contest begin. Excuse me? Wow! Hey! I'm still gonna break my boulder before you. Yeah. All right, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned me lesson, honest I have. Save your blubbering, Tracdoom. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I don't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder there that everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them. But you went and believed me, so I... Look, his name was Whiteskate, alright? Whiteskate. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever the hell that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then. Tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. No? Find your own work, asshole. I'm going to Costa del Sol. Bye. Hi, buddy. Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa Lominsa are depending upon us. Huh. You fancy yourselves heroes then, just like in the tales. Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence. Thus was she able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will. We mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserved better than the greeting I gave you. But I will not send you into Ogamoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gegaruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man, have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogamoro. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa Lominsa hangs in the balance. Can do, Stola. Surely it can't be worse than the Sylph stuff. Nix that. Whiskate would first like to verify that you are not a complete fraud. Master Gegaruju's requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want the large slimy creature anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. It's a little morbid, but okay. Fattened herring. When used as bait, a fish this size is sure to attract even the largest of beasts. Lie in wait for the Nyx. Can do. Where you at, buddy? Perish. Hey, we did your task. So you saw us one-shot that thing, right? Well, did you deal with the Nyx? Almost as large as an aldcoat leg, but several times leaner. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. A modest proposal. 2 highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gegaruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gegaruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Dragonfruit, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable, I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. I can speak, Promi. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landonel at Camp Tranquil. What? Did you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Well, it's a good thing we got teleportation. And take a quick drink. Alright, buddy. What ingredient are we hunting down? Do you require assistance, adventurer? So, this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Dragonfruit. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Thanks. Trial by turtle. Let me be clear. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Dato here being a rare exception. I've had to go great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven's pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good Animantis egg in a nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Dragonfruit. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. Thanks! Very cool of you, friend. We'll be fine. This is just a big ol' egg. No. Give egg, please. Thank you. Hi, we got the egg. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. An exceptionally large egg with a seemingly unbreakable shell. When it hatches, the baby adamantus that emerges will likely be as large as a hound. Such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanolin. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uod Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Dragonfruit. Okay. It does feel like it's going by at least a little quicker. If it's just one quest per zone, then they've definitely pared it down a bit, which I'm very thankful for. But we'll see. Especially once we get to the wine portion. Sup, Catboy? State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Whiskate sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. The perfect prey. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain that adamantus egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am Nun. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and it is why I still hold it, and it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. Can do. Use the spear to lure out the Amalja veteran. Welcome to the Sagoli Desert. We got dunes. We got worms. That's about it. Lie in wait for the Amalja veteran. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. I know we did it. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? A confusion of teeth, bones, and claws strung onto a piece of leather. Supposedly from the pattern in which the items are ordered, other Amalja can glean the name and rank of the necklace's wearer. 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear. It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Thanks. When the worm turns. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. Also ad starting in about a minute, chap. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sagoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. That's fine. I can deal with a worm. Slay an angler and collect its carcass. Can do. You. Give carcass. Thank you. Is our fat cat. I love that cat. Worm territory. A few more bells under the sun and this fish will turn ripe as a fairy apple. Great. Love that. Alrighty, worm, where you at? Perish. Thank you. Hey, Nun, we got your worm. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Welwick worm meat. A large round slice of Welwick worm white meat. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Dragonfruit. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Westgate. Worry not. You have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Westgate's counsel. Ah, but hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again, soon, there is something I would like you to deliver him for me. What do we got for there and back again? The captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Westgate was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men. and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Dragon Fruit. Alrighty, back to Costa del Sol. We're getting there. Soon we will fight Titan, maybe. Well met, Dragonfruit. Landinel and Uodnun both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Onyx Brandywine, a deep caramel-colored spirit made from twice distilling fine red wine and then aging it in rosewood barrels for at least 30 summers. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the Noon personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenar this time to obtain it. The things we do for cheese. It's dungeon time, baby. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozan Nazan. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Alrighty. Since we've got a dungeon coming up, y'all know what that means. It is pull time. Let me put that together. What role are we going to be taking for this next dungeon? As always, we've got our three choices: tank, healer, and DPS. Do a 3-minute poll on that. We took a DPS into the last dungeon, and I do have gear sets ready for everything else. What's the hurry, Venturer? Hey? Something happening over at the Gobby settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Hey, it's time to go speak with Brayflox. A very good goblin friend. And as usual, the nighttime music is just straight up not starting for the Reborn zones. It's fine, we're gonna be in a dungeon soon anyway. Hello, Brayflox. Tongue flaps of Wastegate be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplander has come for tasty fresh gobby treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased Gobbyflock from homes. Gobbyflock needs goodly Uplander, give safety to Longstop with much hand-lending. I did not parse any of that, Brayflox, but cool. Okay, if I get no votes for roll, I'm just gonna work my way up the list and do duty support again, so... We've got like a minute left. I'm gonna take a quick drink and then we'll see where we're at. Okay. So, We're gonna swap over to Sage. And we're gonna go in with a party of NPCs. Hey, our Scions got a little bit of better equipment since last time. Good for them, honestly. Time to remember how to heal in this dungeon. I do actually like this dungeon quite a bit. Hey, it's a big old dragon friend that we are unfortunately going to have to murder. Okay. Set my focus target. I'm gonna remember to set up Cardia. Cool. What do I actually have? Oh, I do have Eucrasia. Okay, wonderful. That's good. Here. You get shielded. Rude, actually. Probably should have put up Dosis on the other one, but who says I'm smart? As usual, Cardia healing is still, honestly, all that we need at this point, which is awesome. Love that for us, really. I would love it if a tank could actually get aggro. That would be cool. There we go. Okay. Goblin Pathfinder. What's up, buddy? Gobby Fluck in danger. Uplanders take gate key. Open head gate. Can do, friend. Party is going for the rain catcher first, which is fine. Oh, rude, actually. I don't know why I'm dispelling the poison. Our heal over time could have taken care of it, but I like to feel like I'm doing an active job as a healer, so. Save my my AoE charges for the boss. Oh, please pick up the boss before I die. Thank you. Out of here with that. Okay, I guess I can heal his poison. That would be the smart thing to do. No great yellow pelican. Hey, our party members actually took care of ads. Love that for us, truly. Oh, the DPS is so slow. If I learn today that there's actually 2 flocks of ads that can spawn, I will be very upset. I don't think that's the case, but... Also, why did our thaumaturge take damage? Wow, okay. That truly is the case. Did not know that about that fight. Get out of here, friend. Also, this is one of the few remaining Realm Reborn dungeons that actually has 4 bosses instead of 3. I just thought that was neat. Out of the AoE, please. Okay, I think we're already at the second boss, which is nice. Rest in peace to the goblin up there, but we're different. There's that pad. Thanks, Brave Blocks. Really needed that. Forgot how short the range on that is. The ad down. Oh my god. Love our Lancer using a limit break on the second boss. Encouraging good habits there, Duty Finder. Or Duty Support, rather. We're not in Duty Finder. Beautiful. It doesn't let us cut through anymore, which is really sad. But this is the life we live. No F. F to go away, please. Nicely done, friend. Can we just... Damn. Thought we could go past it, but... That is not the case. Very pleasantly surprised with how much we can just coast on cardio healing in these early dungeons. Apparently the next dungeon is where things kind of get rough, resource-wise, but that could also be for multiple pack pulls, which we're not doing here, so... Who knows? Get out of here, friend. Melty Killer Light. Awful and bad. The nice thing is, once we're out of Reborn, we'll actually have, like, story-relevant NPCs for our duty support, which will be nice. Y'all do not have to stand so grouped up, I promise. Have some healing. No bubble. Out of that bubble. Man, y'all don't gotta group up that much. Promise. Oh, very rude, actually. How dare you do this to me? Only hit point that matters is the last one, baby. We ball. Plus the Hellbender's dead anyway. Hi, Ayatar. Don't love how my whole party is grouped up right for the Dragon Breath to hit them, but they were smart about it. Knock it off, you're fine. Alrighty, one boss left. Perish. I take back what I said about the aggro. You're all still terrible at getting aggro from me. There we go. That's just how duty supported is. Okay. Into the heart of the long stop, everyone. I believe in us. Dragon sleep. Hi, buddy. How you doing, friend? Poorly. Okay, that's fair. Oh, I guess the poison doesn't happen if he's shielded. Neat. Oh, none of that, thanks. Y'all, move. Thank you. Yep. Tankbuster straight up does not poison if it doesn't get through the shield. Neat. Love not having to care about mechanics. Thaumaturge. Oh, buddy. We're getting an OGCD heal over time. That's all I can manage for you. Be grateful you got that. that should be fine. Yep. Hey, DPS, anytime one of y'all wants to use that limit break, feel free. Or don't. Y'all seemed fine using it on the very first boss. Excuse me, second boss. Out of here. Hey, we did it. Beautiful. Also ad starting in about a minute, chat. Okay. Dragon downed. We done did it. Okay, time to swap back to our regular story set. Hi, Brayflox. We killed the dragon for ya. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobby Flock. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Brayflox happy gives tasty fresh Gobby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese's stinky sweet Gobby treat, special make with secret Gobby arts. No party complete without Gobby Gouda, Brayflox ever say. Thanks for the cheese, girly. I'm just gonna port back to Costa del Sol. I cannot be bothered. Alrighty. I gather you solved Brayflox's little problem? Goblin cheese. The pungent odor of this hard yellow cheese veined with blue-green mold is most comparable to the warm, damp boot of a zombie after stepping in ripe chocobo dung. Goblins claim it as a delicacy, but then again, they have their masks to filter out the aroma. Here, man. By the gods, that unholy stench, this is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Buddy? What do you mean you forgot the wine? Bravo, Dragonfruit. Thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. Yep, we're gonna port to Wineport. Hi, bud. I need some wine, please. Sweat, grime, and blood. Aye, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? Aperitif order slip. An order made out to Wineport vintner Shamani Lomani. An order. Let me guess, a request for the finest vintage I can muster. This paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there is also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Kikaruchu would not settle for anything less than the best. Deerstwaite and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. Ah, but perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. You are correct. An offer you can refuse. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. Ah, but you grow impatient, and Westgate must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Bjerglant, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow, I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Great. Hi, can we have wine, please? What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I am in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte vintner bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Wow. Okay. Fuck you too, bud. I take it he said no? Really, in those words? Well, I cannot say that I am surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa Lominsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well. We shall have to take an alternative approach. It won't work. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But, as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Bjerglant to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vineyards tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them? Hi, can we have some wine, please? Please, please, please? Bacchus wine? Ah, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamned house. So no wine. How about you? How about you, friend? What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. So that's not an option. What next, Shamani? No luck? Most regrettable, but we had to try. Ah, but Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogamoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may be forever lost to us. Give a man a drink. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there's a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilburn as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. The wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Drest sometimes works the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Ritzgild can tell you where to find him. You know what? Sure, buddy. We'll go deliver your homemade wine. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit. I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hells don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. Deliver the wine to Drest. Can do. Hi, I have wine. How you doing, bud? What do you want? Lamani Rosso. Shamani Lamani's first attempt at winemaking. At least the name sounds legitimate. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? That weight. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Oh, buddy. Buddy pal. You know what? We can do that for you. I'm very good at eliminating midges. 5 of them. Fine. Man, I don't wanna fight you, Boo Boo. Not about that life. Okay, that's the midges dealt with. I just want to go. I'm just leaving. Don't worry about me. See, we good. We're golden. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the Maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others... and no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. Where are you from, buddy? I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Last night at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine, see? Should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani from me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. Okay, buddy. We will go gather your coconut wine. Excuse me, palm wine. We're sophisticated here. Back to Wineport. It has been some time, Dragonfruit. What news do you have of Drest? I got some palm wine. Sap of a palm tree fermented inside an island coconut shell. Far more potent than wine made from grapes, palm wine, if brewed for too long, can cause loss of eyesight or even death. Ah yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We're not so different, Trust and I. 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Dragonfruit. It was a very good year. By the gods, Dragonfruit, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. I don't think he's gonna like that, but okay. Hey, Drest. Do you remember where you got these leaves? Oh, hello again. What is it? Bacchus grape leaf. A broad green leaf from a thought-to-be-extinct Bacchus grapevine. It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast? If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Search for the gubu near the Juggernaut. Can do. Hi, buddy. Farewell. Okay, that is a Bacchus cutting. Wonderful. We're just gonna teleport at this point. I'm gonna take a quick drink in a sec. buddy. What did Drest have to say, Dragonfruit? Tell me everything. A cutting from a Bacchus grapevine, a variety of a sweet wine grape long thought to be extinct. We found your grape, bud. Aha, I was right. This smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could... Yeah? Got something to say? 12 is my witness, it is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Birglent. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait. The shape of this bottle. The scent of this label. This couldn't possibly be... A 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gegaruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Dragonfruit. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Westgate. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Alrighty, back to Costa del Sol. And with that, we should be done getting ingredients, I think. We'll see. Hi, are we done? Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So, what of the wine I asked you to bring? Bacchus wine? A vintage wine from the year 1547 of the 6th Astral Era. Is that 7 hells of 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Dragonfruit. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin? I am so sorry, Stola. You could at least be waiting in the shade, girlie. Ishtola is concerned for your well-being. You have the look of a woman who has been to the 7th hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Well, you know what, Stola? That's because you're probably the smarter of us. Lady Ishtola, Lady Gelato. A thousand pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my men to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Thanks? Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment. And unlike me, Dragonfruit has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her? Aye, aye, fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the Company of Heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Dragonfruit with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Dragonfruit, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Wily Uplander is talentful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Dragonfruit Gelato, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Hey, we did it! With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. Dragonfruit Gelato, Titan's Bane. That's us, baby! Now we actually get to go fight Titan, maybe, perhaps? Speak with the bronze-skinned beauty. Hi, can I help you? Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Partake of the feast. Love an exotic feast. Ah yes, the Realm Reborn food textures. And then we get to Endwalker and we have, like, the animation team fully flexing their chops, but that's a ways away yet. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Incredible. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Lominsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockmen with clever fighty think. Gobbyflock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, Dragonfruit, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonel sends his regards. You are a veteran of countless battles, Dragonfruit. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Stola, can we go fight the Primal? You are kind to indulge them, Dragonfruit. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Ad starting in about a minute, chat. Hell, Whiskate. Whiskate truly intends to tell you how you may face Titan this time. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenosha. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is far more reasonable than once you... Blech. But you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Okay. To Upper Lenosha. Yep. Time to go whistle. Hi, how do we fight Titan? Greetings, lass. Might you be the one the captain said would come calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, cause I ain't explaining myself twice. Lord of Crags. Okay, let's fucking go. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman Aetheryte, see? Hey, what's that look for? Not familiar with him. He speaks of an unamplified Aetheryte which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Dragonfruit. Ah, well if it ain't the Charlian lass. Welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogamoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Huh, give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that got us thinking. I mean, Ugamoro mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were Aetherite shards in the depths of Ogamoro, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the lifestream. Ah, well that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlian bloke to help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlian scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Aetherites in question happen to be... Ah, yes. But in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible. In theory, at least. Yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the Aetherite? It ain't far, although there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. Examine the Beastman Aetherite. Can do. Here we are. What do you think, Ishtola? Doable? So this is the Aetherite the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its present state, this Aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Dragonfruit. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not. I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetherite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. You got this, Stola. Most powerful kitty cat. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find in there, so stint not in your preparation. Let's go. Alrighty. Since we did healer and DPS already tonight, we're going tank. Enter the naval with a party of NPCs. I believe. Look, an Overdweller. Yes, yes, an invader from above. She uses our Aetherites against us. She has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear her not. Her fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be the first to face judgment. Then Limsa Lominsa and her oathbreakers. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. O great father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. I do very much enjoy the theme for this fight. It's time for Titan, baby. The big man himself. He is come, he is come. The Lord of Crags, Titan, is come. Overdweller, out there art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vile kind coveteth ever the blessing of the land and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Godless Overdweller, thy myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. Upon thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance. Yeah, you're welcome to try, bud. Alrighty. I'm gonna get his ass. Hi, Titan. No tumult. None of this, actually. I shall grind thee beneath my heel, mortal. Don't think you're gonna do that, actually. It is going to be very funny to me if some of my PC friends get hit by a landslide. My money's on the Thaumaturge getting hit by one. I'll break your heart, friend. Quite literally. Titan's heart is shattered. Tremble before the might of the earth. Alrighty, let's go. Under the weight. Oh no, not our Thaumaturge. Whatever will we do? It's such a vital member of our team. Good God, Titan. Hey, there we go. Second primal down. The Lord of Crags, Great Father Titan, has fallen. He sure has. Fruit gummy time. This one's orange flavored. Hell yes. Love to see it. The crimes of the Overdwellers shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths we shall defy you. Deny, decry, defy. Oh, they mad. Also, Nero, how the fuck did you get in here? Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Ridithin. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Fool. And now she has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Far though you may have come, your work is far from done. Hello, Malefic. Wonderful to see you, friend. Hope you're having a good one. And naught remained to mark his passing. Well, the Ascians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? Sleepy? You stayed up too late reading manga? Oh no. I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Noom. Hey, we did it. Titan downed. Do we want to get a G-pose here real quick? I could do that later. Y'all don't need me doing that on stream. I can take my silly little screenshots on my own time. Hi, Stola. I am relieved to see you well. But come, let us discuss our next step. Oh, thank you for the hydrate and stretch redeems. 1 second. Okay, we have water. We have drinked, we have de-shrimped. Oh shit! That was it! That was chapter 3, holy shit, y'all. Okay. That was actually like a full 2 hours shorter than chapter 2. Very happy for that, honestly. Part 4. With the hard-won aid of the Company of Heroes, the adventurer succeeds in vanquishing Titan, the Lord of Crags. And though she arrives too late to aid in the battle, Y'shtola chances to discover that the Garlean Empire is in league with the Asians, an unsettling revelation that serves to compound the intrigue. Okay. So I guess part 4 takes us all the way to the end of the Praetorium. Damn. Well, shit. Okay. So that's that. Neat. Gonna swap back to Summoner before we head out for the night. And, yeah. Damn. I was expecting that to take a lot longer than it did, but I guess not. Okay, back at the chatting screen. Wonderful. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I know it was a short notice stream, but I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through. Let's see who is online that we can maybe toss a raid over to. Let's take a look. Oh, Bunicula is playing Dredge. That is something that I've really been wanting to play. So, I am going to build that raid over to her. We'll be back on Saturday morning with some Atelier, which I'm very excited for. I'll be putting together the schedule for next week as well. That should be going up on Twitter and in the Discord in the next little while. In any case, let me build the raid over to Bunicula. We'll go say hi to her. And until I see y'all next, I hope you have a wonderful and relaxing rest of your night. Take care.